What is happening, y'all? Welcome, I'm back. As you can see, having been recognized as the Arisen, I have been granted a loyal pawn. I can have 2 other pawns and blah blah blah. So we did finish making the pawn. I did end up not going for Yennefer. I basically had her ready to go, like kind of, but the more I thought about it, the more I'm like, this just does not look like Yennefer. And not only that, but pawns need knowledge to be good, and so making a mage that doesn't have knowledge essentially just isn't good. So to give an idea of what I'm talking about here, we're actually going to jump into the rift and kind of show how this works. So in the rift here, this is where I can summon up different pawns. You can see there's a little summoning thing going on right now. And essentially it'll cycle pawns in that I could pick and bring into a party. So if I speak to this pawn, for example, I can view details on it. I can see this one is a sorcerer. I can see what its stats are and whatnot. But in particular, right here, the stars, this is going to dictate how useful a pawn is going to be. And for a mage type pawn, you basically need this whole sheet filled up so it knows like what buffs to cast, what things to cure, what things to dispel. And I was like, you know what? That doesn't make sense. We're not worried about getting a pawn just yet. I have like no RC. We'll be getting a pawn later. But so instead, I decided to just make myself a pawn that was a pawn that's a ranger. Ranger pawns are pretty straightforward. The whole thing, well, it's a strider for now. It'll become a ranger. But basically, all it has to do is shoot stuff with a bow from afar, which I think works out well since I'm playing like an up-close melee type thing. So we went back to the Valkyrie name, gave her some red hair. Should be good.
Ah, a master and his pawn, is it? You'll be quite the force on the day you learn to fight as one. Mind you, that is a skill better honed in practice than in the heat of mortal combat. I can help in that regard, should you wish it.
So now we got to do a tutorial about interacting with the pawn. We'll get through this.
The man of the let me be clear from you each there are your
we just got to do some goofy tasks here. So I want to touch on the cutscenes real fast because I went back and I edited the first and second episodes to remove them. So what is happening is Capcom's YouTube channel, the Japanese one, is auto-flagging cutscenes from Dragon's Dogma. It doesn't seem to be every single cutscene, but it seems to be a lot of them. For example, in episode 1, we had like half the dragon cutscene, and then I cut it at the, I cut it halfway through. So what my current plan is going to be, yeah, that down. Basically, I'm going to keep playing through. I'm going to keep cutscenes in for now. And then after I do cutscenes, I will, I'll upload the video. If the cutscenes end up triggering the copyright thing, at that point, instead, I will go and edit the video, cut the cutscene out, and we'll see how that works. Did I pull it off in time?
Well done. Meet each challenge with that vigor. Next is combat training. A large group will be of help again. A company all doing the same. We'll begin. You'll set up.
Yeah. Let's go. But yeah, it's weird. I know I can just hit start and skip cutscenes in the game, but since not every single cutscene is getting targeted, I don't want to do that. So I think it'll make sense for me to essentially cut the cutscenes that I know are going to trigger the copyright and go from there. And then if it seems like all of a sudden everything is getting claimed, then at that point I'll just begin skipping all of them.
Well done. Meet each challenge with that vigor, and you'll make for a fine warrior before long. Right then. Finally, you'll be destroyed. There are 2 swords. One falls only to steal and brute force. If you're not mindful of how you attack, vary your party and will begin well.
I think the blues are magic. If it's any consolation, though, the cutscenes in this game really aren't anything to write home about. You know, Dark Souls cutscenes are dope. This game's cutscenes, they're alright. It's not something that I'm like, oh man, dude, you gotta watch this. This is gonna be badass.
I'll fill it with a spell.
alone will topple.
Enough!
I don't think we got it in time.
It will come in time. For now.
Let me try it one more time.
Begin? Well.
I gotta get this thing done.
Scarecrow's weak to blows. I'll throw it with a spell.
Might need to go get another mage, because I don't think Rook is gonna be able to do this.
We must hurry. There's no time. Force alone will topple.
This scarecrow's weak to magic.
This scarecrow's weak to blows.
Did it!
There we go.
Enough! That's the fastest I've ever seen it done. And well done. See now the difference. Well select. You'll learn the rest from actual combat.
Strategies seem toothless. Try changing your party makeup. Okay, you know.
Gained quest knowledge.
But oh yeah, I also got all the mods working. So the mods weren't working before. It turns out for those trying to install them, you have to do what's known as a modular install. Essentially unpack the main ARC file for the game, put the mods in that you want, and then repack the ARC file. It took maybe 20 minutes to do. I'm not doing a tutorial video on it. Don't bother asking. There are already plenty of videos explaining how to do this on Nexus. So if you want to do that, that's where you do it. Let's go grab some skills though, since she leveled up. And I'm going to make her more of a ranger, just because ranger works really well for pawns, I feel. You know, she'll have a big focus on range damage and staying afar, and essentially she'll be able to weaken stuff, and then I can come in and clean up.
We can safeguard your belief. Have your pick. What will it be today?
Okay. So Triad Chat is good. Cloudburst. Cloudburst is weird on pawns. Like, it could be good, but half the time it won't work out well. Can't afford any of those anyway, but this one is a definite pickup. I don't know if I even want to do Cloudburst. I guess I'll pick it up. Why not? We'll let the AI mess with it. I can't afford Biting Wind.
What will it be today?
Yeah. Different skills. As for me, advanced form of base skill adding a new pattern of chains to sword slashes. Tends a tackle to a jab. Yeah, let's pick that up, because that just makes my basic combo stronger, which is good. I think I need to do anything there. It's not an augment.
What will it be today? Have your pick. Any you like. Come again soon.
And I don't need to worry about inventory. That's the mod fixed that, so now I have infinite inventory, which is great because I don't want to deal with weight. The whole point of a modded playthrough is to make the game more fun, and being able to just carry all the shit I want and armors to swap to is super, super convenient. Let's check here. Hounded by Fate. Okay, pick that up. And I think we're ready to go and make our way towards the capital now, which is where this game really begins to get going. Once you get to the capital, you can pick up advanced vocations, so I can get Assassin. I can change my Strider pawn into a Ranger. Visit the Kasardi Pier at night if you would see it for yourself. That is Bitter Black. We're not doing Bitter Black right now. If we went to Bitter Black right now, we would just get our ass beat. So let me unmark. Minimap is pointing me back over there. Maybe I have to go to Bitter Black just so that damn thing will get off my map. Which we can go there. I doubt I can kill anything, but at the very least I can go there to get the thing off the map. to show y'all what it's all about. I think there might even be some like free gear I get for going there initially, like the start to bitter black gear.
Shadows crawl with fiends. Stay watchful.
Chest. The jump mod is so good. Like, basically doubles how high you can jump. It's gonna make this so much fun. Because that was one thing that always sucked when you made a jump and you just couldn't grab something. And part of this game that's so entertaining is being able to jump and grab stuff. Rook's down? It's okay. That's his own fault.
Take care, Arisen. Sea monsters prowl the shoreline.
Yeah, I don't know what the, is it back here? I thought it was the outside dock. No, it is here, now that I think about it. You gotta go to the main dock at night. Bitter Black is where this game really gets good, though. Oh no, it's a cutscene.
The venerable Arisen returns. Are you come to lead the pawns in a quest to slay the dragon? Those equivocal.
Should get pawns for our journey.
I'm familiar with this area now.
Where is the... Oh, there we go. I mean, I don't think I have enough RC to really pick up anybody, but it'd be good to get a mage. No, there's like a way to filter what you want, I think. So search. Have any friend pawns? Do. Let's see. I could get like a 14. Because you can summon friend pawns for free. But I don't want to like pull in a super high level pawn. And then all of a sudden it just murders everything for me. Hi Anodyne, Ice Affinity, hi Halidon. Homiston, Frigger, 11. Tsubasa would actually be really good, but at level 37 she might be OP. But that's basically what you'd want. That's like fire, ice, and lightning. And then she has heal, she has debuffs, and she has one affinity, which in this case is ice. This one has same stuff, but holy, and ice, and spell screen, and blearing. She's 32. She's 32, but this would actually work as a decent support, because all she has is support type stuff. Let's find this Gwyneth and take a look at her.
Yes, Arisen.
She's maxed out. Let's see. Ice Boon. Enhance resistance and defenses. Blind users. Heal. Move debilitations. Add holy. Decent knowledge. Utilarian Medicant. Alright, we could summon this. We'll see. If she's like game breaking and murdering everything, we'll get rid of her. But with a skill set like that, so pawns have a nature system to them as well. And so that nature will help to determine how useful they're going to be. So for example, going over to here, Challenger and Scather means Challenger means that the pawn is going to try to go after ranged targets or, you know, bigger stuff. Scather means it's going to typically get involved in melee combat. Whereas the one we picked up, the Utilarian, means the priority for it is going to be helping the team in terms of buffs and debuffs. And then Medicant means that the secondary thing Gwyneth will do is just heal people. So that's not a bad pick to have for a support type thing. My second is going to be ranged. So then the question is, do I want a Strider or a Sorcerer? Let me think here. I have 100 and what am I at? I'll be about 10. Let's confirm something at 10. Fighter is a tank. I'll be replacing Fighter soon. I have a Ranger in the party, so I won't need a Ranger. I think either a Sorcerer or a Strider will be best. Right now, what's her name is a Strider, so I don't really need a Strider. Sorry, I'm not even going to find a Sorcerer at level 10. These are all pretty basic. This one actually has moves. This is not 87 hits. How do I go to the next set? Who did we summon up? Is it you, Gwendolyn? No, we already have a Gwendolyn. Sage is who we summoned.
Yes, Arisen.
Level 10 Strider. Scarlet Kiss, Toss and Trigger, Biting Wind. Stilettos and Sylvian Bow. Main person is a fighter. Man, it doesn't look like... I don't know. I think it's just the fact that she's in a dress. I don't even know what this dress is, but everyone's wearing it. It must be like a starter dress or something. I don't want something that's climbing up monsters. What about you? What's your moveset? Fighting Wind and Helm Splitter. And some arrow stuff. Alright, let's summon this one. Looks like it's a friend Revenant too. Or not Revenant, friend pawn. So, it's free, which is good. So that'll give us like a ranged, a melee, and then a support, which will be good. Yeah. See, this is what this game's all about. Have an army of waifus that comes on adventures with you.
Gives me chills just to think of it. Ah! I'll make no excuse. Let me tell you this. I was too craven to venture far. And lucky thing, there's Oat down there. You'll not see me going back. What? You mean to go down there? Here, if you're set on going, I'll not soon forget your bravery, cousin.
And I think the well is actually like a pretty high level quest. Not like high level, but well, whatever. We can go into it. And then if we're getting our ass beat, we'll just back out.
This looks interesting.
I gotta put on my lantern.
Which way should we go, Arisen? I hear running water from
Familiar with this area now.
I'll be able to kill the rats down here.
this. This bridge is too far to reach.
Let's have a look. You all right, mister?
Is there no way down?
I've learned of this area.
Put it away and then reapply it. Lantern probably won't work well while I'm down here just because of all the dripping water.
I hear your words. We've nowhere to go but up.
We'll have to jump our way across.
Is this the other path back at the start? Yes, it is.
I shall restore your health. Hold on.
Should be some Saurons down here, I thought.
Seems it's been dead for some time.
Best take care not to meet the same end.
There we go, the snake people. These are the guys that I think this is where I'm supposed to stop, basically. We'll jump down and see how things go. Oh god, these guys are gonna be strong.
They hold the advantage. He's a troubling foe. Easy going, searching for Sarah. I'm drenched. That's what I like.
Cut the tail off. Yeah, it wasn't that bad. I think is there a treasure chest or something back here? Oh! What was that? Rats or something? Oh god, snakes!
Shall we report in?
What's that?
I shall restore your health. Hold on.
That one!
Bandits?
I'll find it soon.
Wait for an opening.
Come! Armed rogues! It seems we've won.
Strength in numbers, Arisen.
We have triumphed.
I gotta give them all lanterns. If I give them lanterns, they'll also use them.
What's this?
Gold and everything. I don't think I've ever come this far in the cave. I mean, to be fair, it's been like 7 years since I've played this. But all kinds of goodies back here. Definitely not broke, that's for sure. Does this lead to an exit? Princess.
Care to find out where this path leads?
Yeah, not bad. Alright, well, we knocked out the well, got a level.
This encampment serves as a
I want to get rid of the indicator, so I will probably go to Bitter Black just to get rid of that. We will include that in an episode.
There may be
I'm going to run back to the town here, though, and I also I really need to make my way to the capital sooner rather than later. Ideally, if I was trying to min-max, I should swap to Assassin the moment I turn level 10. But, you know, I don't know. This is going to be a long playthrough. I'm just going to enjoy stuff, so I'm not going to worry about it. Mod already will tweak Assassin stats for me, so I think it's silly to worry about, you know, min-maxing exactly how I want to be. I'll do some quests as fighter, pick up a couple skills there. Go along with my,
We share these roads with traveling peddlers,
what is it called? Harem. Yes, harem. That's the word I was looking for. Personal pawn harem. On adventures with a bunch of waifus. Or with a bunch of dudes, you know, if that's your thing.
You've slain the monsters of the... Now I think upon it, 'twas my hiding in the well what brought the danger to light. I simply feared I'd be blamed for releasing monsters upon the village for having... 'Tis a relief in all you're doing, cuz I shall strive to learn...
Thank you for the monies. Let me check the map. I'm pretty sure that that's the, pretty sure it's right down there at the dock. But I'll look. If it is at the dock, that's the Bitter Black transition. And yeah, that's definitely it. Alright, so we're going to wrap up here. In the next episode, we're going to briefly visit Bitter Black just to get rid of that indicator. But then we're going to make our way toward the main bridge and get done the world's longest escort quest to make our way over to the capital. So stay tuned, and we will have more Dragon's Dogma coming your way soon.